This is the year 2024, and this is what we expect the world to look like in just 26 years. We are only 26 years away from all of this to become a reality. And yes, 26 years is not a very long time, but just think about what has happened in the world since the year 1998. Think about how many technological advances we've had since then, and how medicine has improved, how the internet has drastically changed, and how the introduction of social media has now revolutionized the world. When you put it into perspective what 26 years really looks like, it seems more possible with everything that happened, although very fast, yet possible. Because what I'm about to review in this video are speculations various sources have on what we will have, look like, do, and experience in just 26 years. Remember, it's not that far away, but far away enough that any of these things I'm going to mention are quite possible.
AI.
Let's address the elephant in the room, AI. AI is just coming out now, but what will it look like in 26 years from now? I mean, just think about how much the internet has changed in just 26 years. For crying out loud, YouTube wasn't even around 26 years ago, and now look at what it is today. It's crazy. What we can expect from AI in 2050 is to revolutionize transportation, including self-driving vehicles becoming completely normal, which will, in theory, make the roads safer overall if all goes right. AI will also replace a lot of jobs by 2050, which will include store checkout, customer service, entry-level graphic design, corporate photography, and more. Not to say that AI hasn't taken over any of those jobs even today, but by 2050, those will be the primary jobs that humans most likely will no longer have to do. And as we all know, AI will just continue to constantly improve, and just because of the sheer power of AI, there's potential that it could one day lead to human extinction in the future. However, humans are currently unsure of that, as of right now.
Climate.
In 2024, we're having massive environmental problems and climate concerns. It's just a fact. Storms are becoming increasingly more violent, the planet is warming to temperatures never previously reached ever, and the Earth is expected to warm another 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit, and the United States is going to be experiencing longer summers and shorter winters by 2050. Wildfires are also expected to destroy huge areas of the West, and heat waves are being expected to cause the greatest economic impact in the world. Extreme heat days are expected to triple by the year 2050, as if we today are experiencing 10 extremely hot days in a year, that number will turn to 30 by 2050. Annual precipitation is also greatly expected to increase as the Earth warms, which could in turn lead to disaster floods, much worse than anything we're experiencing today, which is already incredibly harmful as it is. By 2050, energy islands with hundreds of wind turbines are expected to be capable of running societies. Large temperature spikes are also expected to happen, and severe droughts throughout the world will be occurring. And because of the lack of land and water, global food shortages are expected to be happening by 2050, which in turn makes societies starve.
Human life.
Human life will greatly change within 26 years. The life expectancy today is around 73 to 74 years old, and that is expected to be around 78 years old in 2050. The world population will be around 9.7 billion people by 2050, which is an increase of about 2 billion people. It is estimated to be this as the world population is increasing at about 83 million people per year. As far as what we will have in the future, it is said that cars will be electric with very long battery lives that can last for long journeys. The vehicles are predicted to be charged using electricity from local buildings that are connected to a flexible charging network. The charging stations will also be located underground instead of above ground.
Cities.
Today, 55% of the world's population lives in cities. That number is expected to go up to 68% by 2050. Rush hour traffic is said to be non-existent anymore, as the streets will be designed to walk and cycle, which will encourage people for more active and healthier lifestyles while improving the air quality at the same time by using less emissions with no cars or buses. It is said that drones as well as robotics underground will be used to transport supplies and products needed throughout the city and stores, which will also greatly help reduce traffic. Cities overall will also look a lot greener in the future supposedly. as humans will try and attempt to save the climate and disasters associated with climate change that are expected. With this being said, cities will have mainly anti-car streets, and instead will be used for physical exercise, and also be lined with bushes, trees, and other greenery. Buildings will have rooftop gardens, larger and better than in today's world, and there will also be ponds in different areas of cities, green walls, and much more. Cities will be cleaner and greener than ever before. Sky bridges will be a lift in the sky above the city ground that will include restaurants, homes, and much more. It will be the world's first cableless system that will allow you to travel both horizontally and vertically at the same time. So, what do you really think of the future? Does any of this seem like a reality that you'll be living in just 26 years? Do you think any of this will actually happen? Or do you think that we'll just simply be living the same way we always have, just with fancier cars and maybe even more cameras attached to the back of phones? Do you think cars will really be able to sustain longer lasting battery lives, or eventually will be able to run off pure water or hydrogen? Will our cities really turn green with sky bridges attaching different areas together through the sky with restaurants and houses lining the bridge? Will our kids live longer lives than we could possibly ever imagine? Will there be cities or countries in our world today that will be wiped off the face of the map because of climate change and destructive storms? And of course, the question humanity has been asking for decades and still continues to ask to this day, will we have flying cars? Personally, I believe with the continuing technological advances in our world, anything is truly possible. And with AI becoming smarter and more powerful, this world could change drastically. It's just up to us as humans if we change for the better or for the worse. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Let me know what you believe will happen to the world in 2050 down in the comments. This video is based off of research predictions from many different credible sources. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.